Alright, good morning. Early one today. I'm just driving to Elliot's, picked up a couple of Monster Energies. We're just heading down to Watson Gym Equipment this morning. It's about 2.5 hours away. Aiming to get to Elliot's for about 6:45. You can get down there early doors. Should be a good one. Elliot's just helped them turn over their best ever month. So I'm sure there'll be a good vibe down there today. Morning.
Morning. Alright.
Yeah, you alright?
I'm trying to show it.
Potentially being
Right, you ready to roll? December, where they wouldn't normally, they'd kind of wait till January. I think people are so unhappy and they've had such a bad year. They're just desperate for help. So
yeah.
I think there's going to be a real good opportunity right now for online coaches to kind of capitalise on those kind of pain points they've got.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, to be honest. You know, like I say, usually this time of year I'm quiet. It's just been a crazy year, but yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. It's just accountability for most, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Especially learning from the first lockdown, with a lot of people want to drink daily, and you know. So yeah, I think a lot of learned from it, but yeah, he's going really well.
So guys, finally got a chance to get on the camera and talk about today. So we're off to Watson. As you may or may not know, I handle their website and marketing. Sorry, Magpie, got to salute those. So I handle their marketing, pay-per-click ads, general branding, the whole shebang, the whole digital side of their business. We kind of manage for them. So we routinely go up. And we're going to kind of film that a bit today, try and get a little bit of footage of us there, a bit of day in the life. We set off relatively early, I think just before 7 we left, so not super early. Jay came to mind, we set off. Now we're on our way there, we're due in about one hour. So what we're going to do today is Jake's going to do quite a bit of filming for, we've got a few strategies that we're trying to push. I mean, we've just had a record month of sales for them. This is our first big month of taking a lot more on with them, and a record-breaking month, which is always a good thing, so I'm quite excited to go up and talk to them about that, talk about strategy with Simon, the owner, in terms of what we're going to do now going forward. We've got a load of new campaigns and stuff that we're going to launch, one of which is the fact that one of their biggest unique selling points is the fact that they are able to produce bespoke branded gym equipment, whereas let's say you went to some equipment like Panata or Arsenal Strength or whatever, you buy a piece of equipment from them with their branding. Now the good thing about Watson, and the reason they go for a higher end market, is that people like myself or like gym companies that have a particular brand they want to uphold can self-brand. They can produce machinery to a certain extent in the way that they want to design it. I mean, if you had enough of a budget and you went to Watson, they would make you whatever the hell you wanted within reason. So we're going to look at creating a selling point around that, some funnels around that, and really emphasize that as a competitive point against other people, because that is a massive reason for buying Watson gym equipment and why people look for bespoke branded stuff. Then we're going to talk about, they've got a huge range of started, got a huge expansion going, because basically they're running at full capacity most of the time now in terms of producing machinery. So they've had to put a whopping great extension on, basically a huge new units going next to it. So that's, last time we were up there, they were just getting ready to start, and they've already started that now. So we're going to look at that, dive into a bit of Simon's backstory, because Watson is a higher end brand. It's not your cheap end like gym equipment. When you're selling higher ticket items, people need to understand the story behind the brand. People invest into stories, they don't invest into stats. Stories sell, facts tell. So that's one kind of thing that we're going to focus on is Simon's story from how he built the company. We did a little bit last time, we shot his backstory, but this time we're going to go into a little bit more detail on Simon, what's going on, how he's got to where he is, what's in store for the future at Watson, so people can kind of invest into the brand, because it's not some huge conglomerate, some massive brand. It's one guy that set it up out of his garage basically, and it's now a phenomenally internationally known gym equipment brand. So they're incredible. and we're basically going to help them get that story out there and help people start to invest in that. So it's not all about creating ads just to sell a product. You have to sell the story as well and tell it well and make it compelling. In this case, we don't really have to jazz it up or anything. The story itself will really help sell the product because the story is so impressive, and the equipment is that good. So we're going to hit that today. I'm probably going to be on my laptop a little bit while I'm there, while Jake's filming. I'll have, like I say, some chats with Simon. Hopefully we can get a little bit of that on camera so you can kind of see how I deal with clients and what we do while we're there. Then I've just done one call now, probably got a couple more calls before we get there. Then I will, obviously I've got a few things to handle while I'm there as well, so I'll just get my laptop out. I can't afford to have a full day off of work, so from other work, so I've got Alex, one of my web designers, is working on a couple of other clients' websites. I've had to touch base with him on that. Then on the way home, there's been some restructuring of the mentoring. I need to give some more value and help scale the business up. So we're bringing someone on. So I've got a phone call with him on the way back, and you'll see who it is. And he'll be coming on board to really help bring more value to a lot of the clients I've got at the moment and improve the service and everything else. So that's exciting. We'll jump on that call on the way home, and we'll try and, I don't know what else to expect today, but we'll try and get whatever comes up on camera. That's the general kind of itinerary in my head for now, and then anything else that crops up will crop up and I'll get that on video. So hope you enjoy this video, guys. Once again, please subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you at Watson.
Hey.
Hey, you alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on with the booking system? Is PayPal working?
Well, no, because basically what's happening, it's saying it was doing that timeout thing.
Yeah.
But then now it's saying that PayPal's not working. But it's really intermittent. I have had a few people book through. But obviously people are getting really annoyed because there's only, all of December's completely fully booked. January's fully booked. So as soon as a cancellation comes up, they try to book it. I don't know whether it's because two people are trying to book one time slot.
It could be. I'll get Alex to look at the payment system and but the trouble is, you're saying it's only with PayPal so far.
Yeah, so the card system's going straight through.
Okay. Well, worst case scenario, if we can't get it consistently working, we'll just have to take PayPal off.
Okay.
For the time being, I'll have a chat with him. He won't be working till 10, so I'll leave him a voice note now. I'm going to test it.
And those people who've messaged me, should I get them to manually send deposits over and do it on the manual system that you've done?
Yeah,
the booking system
if you can.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. I'll speak to him now. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, those issues are from the customer end of things. It's not actually an issue with the website. So, with regards to changes on the Shannon website, so if you can have a look at the L1P as a priority and then go through those after. They don't look too bad. Just make sure you keep communication on both the WhatsApp groups. Keep everyone in the loop. That would be great. Like I say, I'm going to be on and off my phone today, but if you need me, just drop me a message and all should be okay. Slip over there. Absolute boss. Love the vibe. Good. Sure.
Are you alright? Good to see you, Simon.
Yeah. How's that going?
Because last time you were here, it was
Still filled,
I think the day after you were down low.
Yeah, it was really good. I really saw it on your
I didn't meet him the next night. That was hard.
That's really flying already.
Just get the same picture every day. Up to now, there hasn't been loads of change. Obviously, you've seen there is a big change day to day, but from next week, it still starts going up. We need to see that growth year on year.
That's kind of what I was saying to Jake and Carl about lessons. We want to focus on a lot with you and find your story behind the brand. It's so impressive. It's something that's very unique. Going from like nothing. To share all the way up to this. And then seeing it and then having that all backed up. I mean, to them as well is obviously very impressive. So it's such a saleable story. Improve slightly. Those to make them. So what I can do is,
it's absolutely fantastic function. So
jump on that, get that fixed. Was it working before, did you say?
It's working.
Just needs updating. He's like, well, I had 10 kilo dumbbells, 30 kilo and 50. So he's just gone like incrementing up. I was like, well, at home during lockdown, obviously, everyone's not had so stuff like this would be great. Same consistent squat, isn't it? No, it keeps you back way up, like good thing like that.
That's something I saw John Meadows do.
Every time the page takes an extra second to load, you're losing like another 50% off the conversion rate. So we've obviously brought that down like significantly now, because I think obviously what happened was although like nothing on the site was updated.
So how does that work now ongoing, just keeping it up to date?
Yeah, it's very easy. So like we just make sure that everything is updated regularly. So we've now got a mirror site, so that if a plugin needs updating, rather than updating on yours, we'll update on the mirror site, make sure everything still works. Because what happens is you have server spec, so PHP is like the software that's running on. The server that's running on now has got quite an old version of PHP, so that means some of the new plugins that are updated to run on newer versions will then like break the site.
Right.
So we have to run those, but you always want the newest ones because that's what keeps them community fresh. So we update that on the demo site, the mirror site. If it breaks, we work out why, fix it, then get it on the live site. So like for example, the Google AdWords conversion yesterday, before we do anything with the live site, we test it on the mirror site, make sure it's all working okay, it doesn't break anything, then move it over. And that's kind of how it works.
So will you invoice out when you do that? Or just have a set thing each month?
Set monthly for you.
Okay.
So like obviously you wouldn't want them to invoice you this month. It's been like I've done like I was up till 3 o'clock one morning trying to sort it. It's all to start with, and then it's really grown on me.
It's like a PT place.
They've got a PT studio on the top floor,
Right,
I think, where they train people. But they also have the only other gym that put
Technically, got a concession in there.
Said they did 2 million.
That's pretty special actually.
Yeah.
I thought you gave gold.
Hello.
Hello buddy, how you doing?
Good mate.
Yeah, very good, very good. Just finished up with Watson on our way back now. You alright to talk from Mo?
Huh?
You alright to talk from Mo?
Yeah, mate, definitely.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, mate, it's been a good day. Got loads of stuff done, really productive. So they've had a record-breaking month.
Yeah, I saw in your video actually. That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, it's all coming together now. Like they've not really had a decent marketing strategy in place. So I really took it on like the beginning of this month. Simon, the owner, was like, right, we want to go like hell for leather with it. And like already we've smashed their best month, and we haven't even finished the month yet. So it's good. So I'm happy.
How's everything else going?
Yes, mate, all good. So obviously I spoke to you last night about the mentoring and getting you on board.
Yep.
Obviously, I presume nothing's changed, and we're still happy to kind of go ahead.
Honestly, I literally can't wait for it. I slept on it as well, and I just really can't wait.
Yeah, mate. So obviously, I'm very, very, very happy to have you on board. Like I said, obviously I've mentored you this year, and the kind of vibe I got from you is fantastic. Like, I'm very funny about obviously who I want in my business, because it's a direct reflection on me and the brand and the business, you know. So there's a lot of things I take into consideration, and obviously I'm very fond of you and obviously how you've approached things and what you've done, the systems you've done with your own business and your work ethic and everything else. So I think it'll be a very, very good addition, and not only that, I think you'll bring a lot more value to the table to the beginners in the coaching world.
Yeah.
Just because your systems are so good, and obviously I know you've had a lot of experience with kind of other mentors and with more system-based stuff, which, to be honest, my area of expertise is scaling and kind of and pulling people up. Although I can do the systems, I know that you'll bring more value than I ever could to those people. So what we'll do is, I know we talked before about like, oh, I want to, with you on board, I've got more capacity to ramp things up, and obviously the more we bring on board, the better you're going to do. So what we'll start doing is we'll start running ads, which I've not properly ever done with it, with the mentoring stuff, because to be frank, I've been at capacity. You know, there's no point in me driving in more business that I can't take on. It'd be stupid. So what we'll do is we'll start working on that. I want to build more, especially with the beginner side of things. Obviously, I know I started off the Facebook group, to start with. Yeah, but the thing was, I found that I was obviously spending so much time on the phone calls and giving a personal service that, and to be honest, the guys like yourself weren't really so interested in the community. They were more like, I've got my business set up, I just need to work on my own stuff. Whereas the beginners are a bit more trying to learn from one another. So I think bringing a bit back the community side of things would be a good idea. We'll meet up ASAP, get this all down. I'll chat to you anyway on over the phone, and we'll get it all nailed down and get a meet up in the books very shortly.
Honestly, thanks again for the opportunity. Like I said, it was a no-brainer, it really was. And I just can't wait to get it kick-started.
Mate, very much looking forward to it. I'll drop you a message later anyway, and we'll start to hatch plans for world domination and go from there.
Perfect.
All right, mate.
Have a good drive home.
I will do, mate. I'll have a chat with you later. Cheers, James.
Mate. Have a good one.
Bye. So just wrapped up a phone call with James Vogel. So you probably got the gist that I'm going to start to scale up the Elliot Wise mentoring. It's gone really, 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 really well, and I'm kind of at capacity now. As I keep, people know that are probably watching this, I may have turned you away because I'm not permanently, but I've got a bit of a line rate to people to come on to be mentored by me. And the problem with that is I've been prioritising kind of existing coaches that are doing well, and I'm scaling those up. I'm getting a lot of inquiries from brand new coaches or people wanting to transition from PTing into online coaching, which I have been helping a lot of people do, but to be honest, there's a lot of other resources and other people out there so far that are probably in a better position than me, because a lot of them need the systems where that's not necessarily my expertise of like building the systems to coach people. I'm more of a marketer that kind of brings clients in. So although you need that as someone starting out, it's really important that you get your systems in place as well, as a good coach, especially if like you really are starting out and you have no idea what you're doing. Now, I mentored James Vogel this year, and we've like exponentially scaled up his business. He came to me doing well, as I like to say, and now he's doing very well. But the guy had incredible systems and really good knowledge on how to go from 0 clients up to kind of 20-30 clients quite quickly. So, and he brings a lot of value to that demographic because he's a coach himself, obviously. So, and I loved his work ethic. He's a really smart guy, really driven. He really gives a shit about what he's doing and the people the work he's doing for people, which I do as well. And I was looking for someone like James to kind of come on to bring value to those people that are kind of starting out, so that we could both work together to help those people. So the idea being now, James will come on and handle predominantly the clients that are starting out with me, so that he can handle the systems and all that kind of stuff with them, and I can have my input on the marketing side. Then once they're all set up ready to go after about 12 weeks, I can then scale them from doing well to doing really fucking well. Like, I've got clients now, a lot of clients that are in excess of 150, 200, 300 clients. These are coaches coaching over 300 people per month, and they're making silly amounts of money, which we've got systems and ways in place of scaling that up to that. So, but you have to have the foundation set, which is why I do the Fortify for 12 weeks, which I know James can bring a tremendous amount of value in, and it can enable me to really spend a bit more time with the guys that need to scale and give them a lot more value and kind of resources from my time and effort, and enable me to take on a few more of those, take on a few more beginners, and then we can keep scaling up and kind of building the business. Now, the business will do really well simply because our success rate with clients is so good, because we offer such a personal service, which is why I've been capped to how many people I can take on. I'm doing calls with people, like one call every two weeks with each mentee, which is for about half an hour, which is a huge amount of my time, especially when I'm then checking all of their social media, making notes on their stuff throughout the week, answering their WhatsApps. You know, it's very intensive, and each person's very different, so I've got to, it's not like a copy and paste. I'm having to come up with completely new systems and tactics based on what I'm seeing, the same way I do with my own businesses. And to get that level of attention, I can't take on too many clients. So this is why I needed someone like James to come on board and help me with people that don't necessarily have to have that intricate knowledge from me. They need some extra value which he can bring aboard, and I can give my marketing knowledge on top. So I'm very excited about that. Like I said to him on the phone, we'll get the minutiae, the minor details down, and then we'll meet up in the next week or so, probably when lockdown lifts next week, and kind of hash it out and get it moving. Watson was great. As you probably see from the video, we discussed strategies to some more filming, having a record month, hopefully going to continue to have record months if I have anything to do with it. And yeah, I mean, get home, more work, more emails. I think I've got a couple of calls tonight as well to make. And yeah, day goes on. As you know, this is another little day in the life of Elliot Wise. And if you like the video, please subscribe. Please leave any comments below of anything else you might want to see. I'm going to keep these videos coming as best as I can. Yeah, see you on the next video.